Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the gold market. So, today we have prepared the report as usual. We have tried to avoid the topic right around Israel, just because currently the news that we are getting is mostly political and relates to military activity in the region. So that's not actually what we really need to discuss. It's just because we are mostly have the economical interest and how it could impact on the performance of the financial assets. Still, concerning this conflict, we have to answer on some questions, because depending on what answers we will give, it have direct relation to the performance of the financial markets and what to expect in general. And the recent news that we are getting, it makes us think that these conflicts will stand for a long time, because it's absolutely different from the previous type of the conflicts that were happening there in the Gaza and region. Because you know probably from the news that some conflicts of different scale actually appeared there constantly from time to time. But this conflict absolutely different. It's definitely that the Hamas war was preparing to this conflict. It was not just occasion or just emotional attack or something. They really have the plan and they were preparing. And we're really skeptic on the statements by Israel that within the 2 days they will resolve the problem in Gaza. Because Gaza, guys, this is 3 million people. And even with the army of Israel, it is impossible to resolve this problem. Especially in Hamas currently is not actually totally involving in the war. So they're not stepped in totally, they're just making some rocket attacks and so on. So from that standpoint, and then finally, what is more important, I would say, that it is not clear the Iran place in this conflict, whether they will step in or not. It's just because this really might be very important. But by the things that we see right now, we see that this will be for a long time. And this correspondingly leads us to the conclusion that it might be a really big turning point on the geopolitical map, and it might be really the turning point for the financial markets, especially for the gold. So as we said, based on the economical factors that we suggested that probably the turning point will happen a bit later, when it will be clear that this situation, United States economy is deteriorating, and the rising yields, it's not just a response on the rate. This is just a reflection of the dropping of the credit quality of United States debt. But this factor that we have currently in this conflict could accelerate this process significantly, and gold could just get a really upward push because of the running in the safe haven as well. So as a result, we have tried to prepare the technical analysis, but as you understand, it's use might be impossible because we do not know where the market will open on Monday, and I suppose that's probably we will get absolutely different picture compared to what we see right now on the charts. Still, few conclusions that we could make. First of all, on the daily chart, we've got bullish reversal session. And if those of you have taken the position on Friday, based on this sharp reversal, because on the intraday charts, we also have some patterns, that might be the great opportunity, great position. Second moment that we could say, take a look how really unstable the current world. So just 2 days ago, it was seemed that, gold will drop more. Everything is bad because gold has dropped over 150 bucks, and probably it will get some more pressure. But in the blink of an eye, everything has changed. And in the current moment, that explains why gold currently is a great tool for saving on the value of your wealth, of your money. So it's just very important, and you never know what could happen in the current world, and especially in the current environment. So finally, on the weekly chart, we could say the one thing. It seems that 790, it's a great point for placing of the stops, just because this is agreement area with the OP and the major weekly support, and it's also weekly oversold. The one thing that we could say definitely that this is great area for protection of the possible long position if you intend to take it, or if you already have taken it. It's some unique combination where you could use really strong weekly levels with a relatively small distance from the current market. Usually when we speak about monthly and weekly levels, they are stand on some solid distance from the current performance. But in the current situation, it's much interesting, more interesting situation. So finally, speaking about lower time frames, or final moment here, it seems that currently, guys, we could consider 1865, 1870 area, because at least from technical points of view, you have thrusting down. This is an area of the daily overbought and resistance Fib levels here. So it might be the background for the Brent bottom if even gold will rally later. And the first reaction after the first jump, it might be some technical response where some traders would like to leave some positions, and it might be some retracements, and which might become the Brent body trade. So I think that we could start from this point and see what will happen on Monday. And if necessary, we will adjust our trading plan, because currently we can't make any other analysis except we just have on the chart. On the 4 time frame chart, despite all our talked about the possible failure of this pattern, take a look. If you carefully will take a look at the performance here, you could see that we have close below 3x3, close above, close below, and here we do not have any closing of the below 3x3 once again, despite all this volatility on the payrolls. It means that despite how ugly this pattern looks like, in fact, we've got the double repo buy. Yes, it looks like the triple or even quadruple double repo. We could call it as lookalike or something of that sort. But by the performance, the washing of the previous lows and fast return to backup, this is precisely the type of action that you could see on the classical double repo. And although it looks different, but it keeps and has some nature of the double repo. It means that our suggestion of considering 1865 on the daily chart seems logical, because if this is double repo and it will behave as a double repo, the upward action might be more extended. And if you somehow have taken the long position here, that's great, because, well, you should get more or less good result. Finally, on the hourly chart, those of you who would like to take the long position, I am not sure that we will get this retracement on Monday, but if still we will get it, we could keep an eye on these two levels. That's for scalp traders. For us, for our major analysis on the daily chart, we're not considering taking the long position by far. So we see what will happen on Monday. But for scalp traders, if you would like to take the long position, my market will show in the morning some minor pullback. Well, you could try to consider it. Well, maybe it will work. So let's see. That's, guys, in general what we could tell currently on the gold market. Hopefully it will be at least partially useful in the beginning of the Monday, but for the truth's sake, I would say that it seems that we will get quite different picture when the market will open.